I went self-employed when I was 24, I think more through youthful naivety than anything else. I got made redundant from the job that I was in, and I had an offer of going to work freelance for a company that I knew. And I guess my main thought at that point in time was, well, if I mess it up, I'll just go get a job and figure it out as I go along. So I found a few clients and started advising businesses and things like that. And from that stage, I then went into doing things like sort of management consultancy and coaching and training. Just under 2 years ago, I took a step back from work and I thought, you know what, I'm a really boring person. All I do is literally work on my company. And I thought life's too short to not kind of pay it back. I guess it's probably the best way of putting it. So I jumped out of bed at 2 o'clock in the morning one evening, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to see if I can launch a youth development scheme that helps other young people learn how to run a business like I did. So I kind of put loads of flip charts and post-it notes and all those sorts of things around my room and down in the kitchen and all over the house, and it kind of ended up being birthed as the platform project. So really trying to get young people experience in learning what it's like to be freelance and running a business, and trying all those different sort of skill sets and opportunities and those sorts of things that you wouldn't necessarily get the opportunity to try if you were just working in a company or doing work experience and those sorts of things. So over this last year we tried so many different projects. We've done everything from fashion upcycling to organising a music event and designing custom printed goods and all those sorts of things. At every single project we've really taken the steer on what we do from the young people that we work with. And it was about 6 months ago where we had our AGM, and a couple of the young people that came along to it said, can we start a youth magazine? Because we feel like we don't really have a voice, or there's lots of things going on in the world that we don't know a lot about, and we'd like to have a forum to learn more, but also learn the freelance skills that would involve. So I thought, okay, fair enough. I put in a funding bid, and then #idare was born. I'm hoping, to be honest with you, is to work with a really wide range of young people who are not necessarily sure about kind of where they want to be doing, or what they want to be doing, or who they are, or what they're passionate about, or what their skill set are, and what their next step in life is, and all those sorts of things, and really use the idare magazine as a way of expressing themselves, finding out who they are, what they're good at, and what they enjoy doing. The virtue you've got from a magazine project is that actually you can take it anywhere you want to. So I figure my job is to kind of take a steer from you guys as participants as to what you want to do with it, and then just help you put the business framework around it so that we can make it a proper magazine, a proper publication that essentially ends up paying for itself moving forward, so that we've got some sustainability with it. So I've been really proud so far in a lot of the content that we've been talking about, that there's so much substance behind it. So really trying to unpick some of the reasons why young people have mental health issues and why they do the things they do around things like self-harming and have anxiety, but also wanting to do really nice things out in the community, like spreading positivity and saying thank you and being honest and all of those sorts of things that I think a lot of young people have an unnecessarily bad rep for. So I'm really humbled at the opportunity to see where you guys are taking this. Ooh, if I could give young people one piece of advice, I guess it would be the one thing that I learned, I think, very early on, which was, unless you throw your hat in the ring and you overcome that fear of, oh, but what if it doesn't go well, what if I can't do it, and all of those things that kind of hold us back in life. If you can just push past that little bit of fear and just give it a go, try it, throw your hat in the ring and just kind of grab it with both hands, it's amazing the opportunities and experiences that life throws at you, and your development curve and where you end up is astronomical. I mean, I genuinely wouldn't have thought that where I'm sat right now, having launched sort of a not-for-profit organisation, as well as having run sort of 5 different companies and about to launch a book and all sorts of things, I never thought I would have done that when I was in my teens and 20s. It's literally only because I have grasped every opportunity and gone out there with the intentional objective of doing things that scare me and just see what happens. So if I have one piece of advice, is do the things that scare you, because you'd be amazed at what happens if you can overcome them.